Welcome back to Writing Tutorials. Today, we're exploring a type of formal letter that's commonly used in professional settings, an employment verification letter. This letter is used to confirm an individual's employment status, typically when an employee needs verification for financial or administrative purposes, like applying for a loan, renting an apartment, or even when transferring jobs. In today's episode, we'll break down a sample employment verification letter step by step so you know exactly what to include. I'll go over each paragraph to show you how to communicate key details in a way that's professional, straightforward, and useful for the recipient. Alright, let's dive in. Header and date. Starting at the top, we have the date, November 1st, 2024. Placing the date at the beginning is a standard practice in most formal letters. It helps establish a timeline, which can be especially important in an employment verification letter, as employment details might change over time. So, when you're writing this kind of letter, always include the date at the very top. Addressing the recipient. Below the date, we have the recipient's information. Here, the letter is addressed to the Human Resources Department at Elite Consulting Services, with their full address, 1234 Market Street, Cityville, California, 90210. In employment verification letters, if you know exactly who will receive the letter, you can address it directly to them. But if it's not clear, using a general title like Human Resources Department or to whom it may concern is a good alternative. This kind of neutral greeting is often useful when you're unsure who specifically needs the information, as employment verification letters might be shared across multiple people or departments. Greeting. The greeting here is to whom it may concern. It's common in verification letters since we may not always know the exact person reviewing the letter. This greeting keeps things professional while addressing a broader audience. Remember, if you know who the letter is for, use their name and title instead, but if not, to whom it may concern is perfectly acceptable. Introduction of employee and employment details. Now, let's move into the body of the letter. In the opening line, the writer introduces the purpose of the letter right away. I am writing to verify the employment of James P. Anderson, who has been employed with Elite Consulting Services since March 15, 2019. This sentence is short, but it gets straight to the point. When writing a verification letter, it's essential to be direct about why you're writing. Start by clearly stating the employee's name and include their start date. This tells the recipient exactly who the letter is about and provides an employment timeline right up front. Current position and employment status. Next, the letter mentions James's position and employment status. James currently holds the position of Senior Project Manager and is a full-time employee with an annual salary of $85,000. This sentence is important because it confirms both the role and employment type, which might be necessary for the recipient's verification needs. Including the job title and employment status, such as full-time, part-time, or contract, adds clarity. The mention of James's salary gives further context, which is often requested by financial institutions or landlords. If you're writing this type of letter, think about the information that will help the recipient make decisions about the employee. This might include job title, salary, and employment type, but be sure to confirm what's needed before sharing sensitive details like salary. Performance summary and responsibilities. Now, we move on to a description of James's work and contributions. The letter states, during his tenure with us, James has consistently demonstrated a high level of expertise and dedication in managing various high-stakes projects. This is a valuable addition to an employment verification letter. While it's not strictly necessary, including a line or two about the employee's performance and contributions can strengthen the letter and give the recipient insight into the employee's role. Here, describing James as someone who demonstrated expertise and dedication paints a picture of a reliable, committed professional. Then, the letter provides more specifics about his responsibilities. His responsibilities include overseeing project planning, coordinating with cross-functional teams, and ensuring the timely completion of deliverables to meet client expectations. This sentence helps outline the scope of James's role, showing that he has a lot of responsibility and works closely with various teams. Giving specific examples of tasks, like overseeing project planning or coordinating with teams, demonstrates his impact at the company. If you're writing an employment verification letter, adding a few details about the employee's responsibilities can help provide a well-rounded view of their role. Positive endorsement. The next line offers a brief endorsement of James's contributions. James has been an asset to our company and has contributed significantly to our organizational goals. While it's not mandatory, a positive statement like this adds a nice touch to the letter, showing that the employee is valued. By saying that James has been an asset to our company, the writer is giving the recipient reassurance that James is respected and trusted in his position. A few words of praise can enhance the letter's tone and create a more favorable impression of the employee. Contact information for follow-up. In the final section of the letter, we see an offer for further contact. Please feel free to contact me directly at 555-123-4567 or via email at hr@eliteconsulting.com should you require any additional information regarding James's employment with our firm. This sentence is essential for an employment verification letter. It shows the recipient that they can reach out if they need more details or clarification. Providing a phone number and email gives multiple ways for the recipient to contact the writer, which is especially helpful if the verification is urgent. If you're writing an employment verification letter, always include your direct contact information here. It shows that you're available for further questions and keeps the communication line open. Closing and signature. Finally, we have the closing and signature. The letter closes with "Sincerely," followed by the writer's printed name, title, and the company name, Amanda R. Lewis, Human Resources Director, Elite Consulting Services. This is a standard and effective closing for a formal letter. Using "Sincerely" is polite and professional, and including the writer's title and company name reinforces the letter's credibility. If you're writing this letter, a simple closing followed by your full title and organization is all you need to wrap things up neatly. And don't forget to sign the letter by hand if it's a physical document. It adds an extra touch of formality and authenticity. And that's it. We've covered every part of an employment verification letter, from the header to the closing. Each element has a purpose, and by following this structure, you can write a verification letter that's clear, professional, and thorough. I hope this breakdown has helped you feel confident in crafting your own employment verification letters. Remember, the goal here is to confirm employment details while keeping it straightforward and respectful. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to Writing Tutorials for more practical writing tips. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.